Let's talk about the events coming up this week. A very busy week to start the year. The first week of the month is always busy. The first week of the year, even busier. So let's begin from today. Just after the show, we have construction PMI from the UK. We've seen manufacturing PMI coming out better than expected. Let's see if it's followed through. Eurozone inflation numbers. Watch out for a beat on the headline number because of Germany's big beat on inflation. So I think the forecast that you're seeing now on your calendars, on the FX Street calendar, well, they might be a bit outdated after yesterday's data. We might have a better than expected figure there. But also watch out for core inflation, which has been constantly disappointing. Okay, crude oil inventories, as usual on Wednesday, as today, at 3:30 GMT. And the big event for today is the FOMC meeting minutes. Okay, let's talk a bit more about that. This can be, in many cases, quite a boring event. And I'm not well, now markets are a bit busier, volatility is quite high, so it might not be that boring, okay? But I will still say that these are meeting minutes from the decision back in December in which the Fed decided to raise rates and to upgrade the dot plot. So they talked about 3 rate hikes in 2016, up from only 2 that was previously announced. We might get to the explanations to why they shifted from why they became a bit more hawkish. Yellen in her press conference downplayed this, but we don't know if how important it really is. Today we'll get to see the internal discussions. Again, it's an edited document. They edit it until the very last moment. And they do know that markets react to that, so it's not just a transparent reflection of the discussions. It's a very well-edited document that takes into account what markets think about it, okay? So beware of that. What we should watch out for is inflation, how they see inflation developing, and also let's see if they have any comments about fiscal stimulus. Of course, nobody really knows what Trump is going to do. Okay, let's continue. So that's the big event for today, but things get even busier. Well, tomorrow, Thursday, UK services PMI at 9:30. That's the most important PMI out of the 3. It has a bigger impact on the euro. At 12:30, the ECB meeting minutes. So this is also usually a relatively boring document, usually just telling us again what we already know. But it might be seen differently now in light of the inflation figures, okay? So I don't expect too much out of that, but in the past, I would say it had an impact once every 5-6 releases or something like that. So maybe tomorrow will be special. I'm not sure, though. Bigger events tomorrow, ADP non-farm payrolls at 1:15 GMT. That's a big hint for the non-farm payrolls, even if the correlation is not always perfect. Then jobless claims every week. And the ISM non-manufacturing PMI, the report for the services sector, the last hint for the NFP could shape expectations. So a big buildup for the non-farm payrolls on Thursday. And needless to say, the big event for Friday is the non-farm payrolls, but we also have the Australian trade balance, which does have an impact on the Aussie. Double feature from Germany at 7 GMT for those of you waking up early. Factory orders and retail sales. Together with the non-farm payrolls at 1:30 GMT on Friday, we have also the same report, the jobs report from Canada. Not the best time to trade the Canadian dollar, especially if you also add the US and Canadian trade balance releases exactly at the same time. And to top it off, we have US factory orders, but I would say they will probably be ignored because of the non-farm payrolls. Okay, so quite a busy week, lots of events. We had so far quite a bit of action, and we might have further action. If you get positive US data, in general, it could serve as an excuse to buy the dollar. And if we have weaker data, it might be ignored. So that concludes our upcoming events segment.